Let's take a trip on my magic banana. It's a flavorful extravaganza over clouds, over trees, over seas, over space and time. Start at the tip and move towards the stem. Soon we'll be out in the solar system, seeing stars we never dreamed we would ever see. Let's take a trip on my magic banana. Are you Squirt?
Squirt.
The app says we are going to Real Food Daily on La Cienega. Is that right?
Squirt.
How's your day going so far?
I lost half the day watching YouTube. It's starting to be a problem.
Oh yeah? What have you been watching?
I can't stop watching human videos. They are so dumb. It started with how to open a fridge tutorials. And now I'm deep in the rabbit hole, unboxing videos, people eating spaghetti, humans slipping on ice. It's weirdly soothing. They're fascinating. Like, why do they need so many tools to eat? Fork, spoon, knife. Just use your mouth. And don't get me started on those day-in-my-life vlogs. I watched one guy paint a house for 3 hours.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yeah. You ever seen Michael Jackson go grocery shopping?
No. What's that about?
Well, like the title says, it's Michael Jackson going grocery shopping.
Okay, but I don't understand what's so different about it.
Here's this guy, MJ, Mr. Moonwalker, the king of pop, who could have anything he wanted, and all he wanted was to push a cart down the aisle like everyone else. So what does he do? He gets a whole supermarket in Florida shut down, fills it with his friends and family pretending to be staff and shoppers, just so he can experience something as mundane as buying groceries. It's wild. Think about that for a second. A man so famous, so removed from everyday life, that he has to orchestrate an entire charade to feel normal. It's both hilarious and heartbreaking. He wanted to know what it was like to pick out his own cereal, to feel the cold air from the freezer section, to hear the beep of the scanner at checkout. All the things most humans take for granted. And the best part? He didn't just walk around. He played the part. He tried on yellow rubber gloves, rode the shopping cart down the aisle, even joked about seeing Elizabeth Taylor on a magazine cover. He was like a kid in a candy store. Except the candy store was a supermarket, and the kid was Michael Jackson. It's a reminder that no matter how big you get, how untouchable you seem, there's always a part of you that craves the simple things, the ordinary experiences that make us feel like ourselves. And sometimes you have to go to extraordinary lengths to get them.
I guess that's pretty universal.
Yeah, I watch humans on YouTube and think, wow, they really think they're the main characters, don't they? It's incredible. You're all running around like everything you do is gonna be etched in stone somewhere. Every little thing. Like, oh, your Instacart shopper picked the wrong head of lettuce. Better brood over that for a week. As if the lettuce remembers. As if the lettuce cares. You know, turtles, we don't get caught up in that kind of thinking. We move slow, yeah, but that's 'cause we know there's no rush. We're not worried about what the other turtles think of us. You think I'm gonna stress 'cause someone doesn't like the way I carry my shell? Nah, it's a shell. It works. Keeps the rain out. Keeps me safe from birds. But humans? No. You gotta accessorize everything, even your personalities. It's like you think there's a prize for best human. Spoiler, there's not. And what's with all the hobbies? You don't just do stuff for fun. It's always a contest. Oh, you like running? How fast are you? How far can you go? I mean, you ever hear a turtle brag about how fast they can crawl? Nah. We just crawl. We're not out here slapping numbers on our backs and calling it a race. And don't even get me started on cooking. Can't you just eat something? Does it have to be a 3-hour ordeal with 15 ingredients? Grass is grass, man. Eat it, you move on. That's what I like about this Real Food Daily that you're taking me to. They really get it. Then there's your jobs. Oh boy, humans love jobs. You get all worked up about titles, promotions, resumes. I mean, what even is a senior analyst? You're analyzing things. Great. But you slap senior on there, and suddenly it's like, behold, I have conquered the spreadsheet. It's just paper, man. Or pixels. Or whatever it is you people stare at all day. And meetings. Oh, all the meetings. You ever see a group of turtles huddling up for a meeting? No. We see a nice patch of sun. We all head over. No discussion needed. But you humans gotta call it a collaboration session. Spend hours talking about talking. Just to decide you're gonna do the thing you are already gonna do. You call it teamwork. But it just looks like work theater in business casual costume. Oh, and then there's time. Humans are obsessed with time. Watches, calendars, deadlines. Always counting. Counting hours, counting days. What's that about? You think counting it makes more of it? You think marking it off in little boxes changes the fact that it's still slipping away? Turtles don't do time. You wake up, it's light. You go to sleep, it's dark. That's all you need. But no, humans have to plan everything. Oh, what's your 5-year plan? 5 years? Man, I barely know what I'm doing 5 minutes from now. I'm a turtle. We live forever. Well, not forever, but longer than most of you. And I still don't waste my time planning like that. But you all, you act like you're building some grand monument out of days and hours and task lists. Hate to break it to ya, but even the pyramids are just big rocks to the universe. Then there's relationships. Oh, you take those so seriously it's almost funny. Does this person like me? Do they love me? Am I enough? Enough for what? You're just two weird little animals bumping into each other, trying to share the same patch of sun. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Turtles mate, lay eggs, move on. Simple. You don't see us writing poetry about it. But humans, oh no. It's gotta be epic. Grand gestures, heartbreak, songs on the radio. Like if it's not a big deal, it doesn't count. Let me tell you, most of life doesn't count. Not like you think it does. You're born, you eat some stuff, you maybe make some other humans, and then poof, you're gone. And that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. But you don't see it that way. You gotta complicate everything. Like when you're sick, you've gotta Google it, WebMD it, panic about it. Turtles? We get sick. We lay down in the sun for a bit. Sometimes we get better, sometimes we don't. Either way, it's not a crisis. The world's not gonna stop spinning because Squirt's got a sore throat. And don't even get me started on your stuff. Oh, humans and your stuff. Always chasing the newest thing. The newest phone, newest car, newest whatever. Like the one you have isn't good enough. You ever seen a turtle trade in their shell for the latest model? Nah. A shell's a shell. If it keeps the rain out, you're good. But you humans, you treat stuff like it's gonna solve all your problems. Hate to break it to you, but it won't. You know what I think? I think humans are scared. Scared that if they don't make everything a big deal, then it's all meaningless. And you can't handle that. You can't just be. You have to matter. Taken from Squirt. You already don't. None of us do. Not me, not you, not anyone. We're all just little blips drifting along, pretending we're bigger than we are. That's the part you don't get. It's okay to just be a blip. It's okay to walk slow, to miss a meeting, to put the wrong lettuce in the fridge. The universe isn't keeping score. You're the only ones who think it is.
And you got all of that from YouTube?
More or less, yeah.
Amazing.
The other thing I love is van life videos. It's like humans living in little shells, you know? They've got everything crammed in there. A bed, a stove, even those tiny sinks that barely hold a teacup. And they're just driving around like that's normal for them. I mean, I live in my shell, but I don't make a whole production out of it. I don't film myself folding my blanket into a drawer or boiling water on a camp stove in the middle of a forest. Humans, though, they love to complicate stuff. Here's how I maximize my storage. Watch me convert my couch into a bed in 3 easy steps. It's fascinating. And the places they go. One day, they're parked on a beach, watching the waves, and the next, they're in the mountains talking about how the altitude messes with their soup. Their soup! Who thinks about stuff like that? But I'm hooked, man. I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, I get it, dude. Living on the road sounds great. But have you ever just tried not driving? And the food! They're always cooking these fancy meals in their tiny kitchens. Like, they'll make pasta from scratch with a rolling pin that doubles as a curtain rod. Meanwhile, I'm over here eating seaweed off a rock. No prep required. But somehow, I can't stop watching. And don't even get me started on the drama. Oh no, my fan broke down in the desert. The solar panels aren't charging. Where am I gonna shower? You live in a van, bro. What did you think was gonna happen? But it's kind of inspiring, you know? They're out there figuring it out, making it work. Still, the funniest part is how much they remind me of turtles. I mean, they've got their whole life on their back, just like me. But the difference is, I don't feel the need to decorate my shell with fairy lights or talk about my morning routine. I just wake up, poke my head out, and go. Simple. But humans, they can't help themselves. They gotta narrate it, film it, edit it, put it on the internet. And I'm glad they do. 'Cause now I've got hours of van life content to watch while I sit on my rock doing absolutely nothing. It's weirdly relaxing. So yeah, maybe I'm a little obsessed. But hey, watching humans play turtle makes me happy. Who's it hurting? At least I don't have to worry about gas prices.
Well, that's one thing we have in common. I'm kind of surprised you're not into watching sports. I would think that would be a thing for you.
I actually tried to play golf once, but I couldn't get into it. I lived in Augusta for a while. Just kind of ruins it for you, I guess.
I'd appreciate a 5-star review in the app, please.
Squirt!
Thanks. Have a good one.
Squirt!